This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Special trigger warning. This episode deals with sexual assault and its consequences. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is A Family Way. It was written by Oscar Rios, and it's part of a collection called An Inner Darkness. It's available from Goblin Press. Morgan Llewellyn is the keeper of arcane lore, and this is episode 1. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Morgan?
Thank you very much, Thom. Our scenario starts on Saturday, April 4th, 1925. The evening is a bit cold, a little overcast, but tonight is a night for celebration. All our investigators are friends with one Catherine Dennison, a very affluent young history student at Barnard College. Over the last couple of months, they've fallen out of touch with Catherine, but out of the blue, she's reached out to all of them to invite them to a night out on the town. So more specifically, they are going to the Peacock Club. So we'll have you all introduce your character as you arrive, meeting up outside the club one by one, who you are, how you're dressed, etc., etc. So start with Thom.
Yes, I'm Lev Milford, and I am an artist. I love to go to nightclubs and hang out with my friends and with anyone that I can gain some inspiration from. I'm 2 years older than Catherine, but I met her in college, and we became friends. And that's really all there is to it. I'm hoping to someday gain enough experience that somebody will discover me and I'll become very famous.
Okay, move on to Matt.
Right. I'm Roger Sinclair of the New Canaan Sinclairs. I don't know if you've heard of us. Also relatively wealthy. Not sure whether I'm on the par with Catherine or not, as I know she's quite also well minted herself. But distinctly from more old money stock, rather than her new money. But yeah, dressed in a relatively sharp, fashionable, but very expensive suit outside. Pocket watch chain dangling from front, occasionally looking at to see what the time is and where she's got to. Otherwise, watching everyone else coming and going and waiting to see what's really happening. But yeah, also a student at the university, a little bit older than her, but only about 4 years or so. So this isn't my first rodeo. I've had a couple of degrees by this point.
Okay, great. Moving on to Max.
I'm Gerald Musgrave. I am relatively unassuming. I don't have a hat on, just a suit that looks pretty average. Everybody wears a suit in the 20s. But I am a young man and I walk with a cane because I have an artificial leg. And that's what I do. I make artificial limbs for people. And I'm a medical student and an artist because you got to be both to make artificial limbs.
Okay, great. And then Kaylin.
I'm Bernie Burns. I'm a college dropout, so I might know everyone's face through classes or parties. I was a student athlete, quite good playing some handball and fisticuffs. I thought I was going places with that, but I had a elbow injury that completely took me out of the game, so I kind of sulked away in shame, took up the family bakery, Burns Bread, and I probably would have ignored most invites, but I really did get along with Catherine, and I thought that maybe she actually liked me instead of like my status. So I'm risking coming back to old territory for it. And I'm also wearing a pretty simple suit, but maybe it doesn't fit quite so well. I've put on some weight and haven't dressed up for anything in a while.
So the four of you are gathered outside of the club. Sure, some of you have met each other before. Um, and coming down the street, you see Catherine. Um, she is dressed in, she just exudes the look of a flapper. She's wearing a sleeveless short black dress. She has on heels. Her makeup's done to the nines. Her hair is has been curled. It's about shoulder length. Um, and she sees you all and she says, "Oh my goodness, it's been so long. I'm so glad to see all of you." Oh, you're muted.
Oh, you look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Indeed.
You're too kind. You're too kind. Please, I have a table reserved for us inside, and I know it's a little cold out here.
Yeah,
Oh,
you must
By
be
all
Wonderful.
means, lead the way.
freezing.
Mhm.
Um, so she steps inside, and the staff member at the front recognizes her and says, "Catherine, it's been a while. It's so great to see you back. This isn't your usual group." It's like, "Oh no, no. It's always good to see old friends." Um, and you are led. There's The Peacock Club is quite lavish. There is a large dance floor. At the far end, there is a live jazz band playing. There are people dancing. There are people eating. Um, they're openly serving alcohol. Um, and you are led to a table kind of near the back by the band. It's a little loud. Uh,
How have you been, Catherine?
oh, I've been well. Just trying to not keep on top of schoolwork. Very busy. Trying to keep my grades up. You know how it is.
Indeed, yes. Uh, Giving up that sort of college life for me was perhaps a road to freedom. But for you, you need to get the academics behind it so that you can become something, a real history major, if you will.
Yes, I think it's very important to take your studies seriously. Um, and how are you, Roger? And she kind of leans across the table and she gently places one of her hands on your arm.
Not doing too bad. I mean, if there's anything that where our crosses have part or rather our courses have crossed over, you can always come to me for having a look through some of my notes, and if you can read them, that is. My handwriting still isn't that great.
Yes, well, it's very kind of you. I really appreciate that. Are you still studying ancient Greek these days? Is that what they have you doing?
Yeah, yeah. It's all Greek to me still. Yeah.
And Bernie, how have you been?
Oh, it's been fine. It was an adjustment, but I'm happy with my little life I have over there. Just other side of town.
Yes, I keep meaning to go. Um, I just
Oh, you should. It's
haven't gotten
delicious.
around to it.
Yeah. How much longer do you have in school?
Oh, well, I'm only in my second year, so
Hmm.
a while yet.
But it's going well.
Yeah, she's trying to keep up with classes, trying to not fall too far behind.
Do you need help? Are you behind?
Oh, well, I trying to catch back up.
Hmm.
But Roger, and again, she touches your arm.
Mhm.
I mean, definitely, if I need help, right? Yeah, Roger's which was
Yeah,
awkward.
of
And how are
course.
you, Gerald?
Oh, great. People still losing limbs, even though that damn penicillin is getting invented. I wish it was around when I got gangrene.
Yes, well, the advancements of technology are wonderful, and you're doing such wonderful things.
Oh, I love my work. And Bernie, if you ever need a medical consultation for that elbow, I would be glad to look at it. Maybe we could tinker with the old joint a little bit, see if we could get you back up and running.
It it aches sometimes, but I I don't know, man. Are you wanting to cut off my arm and give me a new one?
Nothing that drastic. They have
Okay.
replacements, knee replacements, hip replacements. You can replace anything nowadays.
Madness.
I'm sure Gerald would make it very beautiful.
All mine are made with love.
Oh, I I'll keep it in mind if it ever starts acting up as bad as it did.
So the atmosphere of the Peacock Club is electric. Um, People are moving all over the place. Again, the music is roaring. A waiter eventually comes over and says, "Oh, what can I get you?"
Oh, what's the house recommend?
Yes, well, if you're looking for food, I would highly recommend the porterhouse. Um,
Mm.
or the salmon is also excellent. Um, but you could, of course, pair those with some nice wines, depending on your taste.
Well, I'll never say no to a steak.
Do you have
Yes.
beer
Yes, we do.
and
Could I
fish, please?
could I get an aviation, please?
Of course,
And I'll also have the steak with the baked potato. Is everything on it?
of course, of course.
I'm so hungry right now.
And for you, sir,
Yeah, I'll just have a tequila if you have it.
excellent
And
choice.
I can write us all a prescription so it's above board.
And the waiter laughs. So, and for you, miss, and she says, just coffee for me, please. Uh, okay. And he leaves. Um,
Well, I'm sure if you do get peckish, there'll be plenty of meat left over.
yes, well, I'm sure, plenty to go around.
So, what exactly have you been studying? History, but what period?
Oh, currently, my classes have been focusing primarily on the Civil War. I'm currently
Hmm.
taking 19th century American history.
Well, at least you managed to dodge the Boxer Rebellion classes. I hear those are pretty tedious.
Yeah, well, a lot of it could be pretty tedious, but it's interesting. It's
Hmm.
The Boxer Rebellion, isn't that with China?
Hmm. Yeah, there's one of the lecturers apparently does a very insomnia curing talk about it. Yeah.
No, I found most history to be that way. At least, Catherine, you've chosen something fairly recent.
yes, well, I'm not like Roger here,
Mhm.
learning Greek or Latin. Uh,
Emphasis on the trying to learn.
oh, I'm sure you're being modest.
I speak usually about half a language, English badly.
The only advantage I can think of is those ancient civilizations is there was certainly a lot of nudity.
Yeah, so people weren't so prudish back then.
Yes, the pilgrims came and ruined that for us, didn't he?
Thou shalt not have fun. Yeah.
I don't know. When it's
So,
forbidden, doesn't that make it more fun?
uh, yeah, I suppose that would be true. I suppose that if everybody just walked around naked, nobody would really pay any attention at all.
Although in this weather, I'm glad we don't.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I'm glad to be wearing clothes around my ovens and other appliances.
You wouldn't want to see the straps I got under this suit keeping this leg on. They go all over.
So
Some
Catherine,
people pay a lot for that.
yes. So Catherine, it's wonderful to see you. Is there any reason why you've called us all together in particular?
Oh, well, and she runs her fingers through her hair, and I just thought it would be good to catch up with some old friends.
Indeed, that's always a lot
It's
of.
just been so long, you know. Please tell me all about your art, Lev. You must be working on something spectacular.
Well, I've been working on an oil painting. It's rather difficult. It's fairly large size. Uh, Full nude male. Uh, it's his name is actually Buster. He comes every week to model for me. Um, but it's a lot trickier because he's not quite. His skin tone is darker than yours or mine. I think he's Mediterranean, and it's a challenge to get the shading and everything just right.
Well, I'm
Um,
sure you'll get it right. You're a whiz with that brush. And as she says that, your food is brought out and your drinks.
oh
Uh,
my goodness.
the drinks are delicious. The food is delicious. The song changes to a slower, um, uh, more romantic type movement. And she stands up a little bit. She's like, Roger, we should dance.
You know, I was actually just about to about to ask you, but well, there we go. Ladies first. I always like a lady who takes the initiative.
And she leads you off to the dance floor, leaving the three of you. Um,
Well, Gerald and Bernie, if you ask me, I think that she seems to have a bit of a crush on Roger.
Yeah, this has been rather odd. I misinterpreted my invite. I assumed it was going to be one-on-one. But of course,
Oh,
it's great to see you two. Things have been well for you.
I was in your shop last week, but you weren't there. I was in there a
Oh,
little
yeah.
late in the day, I think. Um, we wanted some baguettes for our dinner, and I got them at the last minute. Yeah, so, sorry. I'm glad I'm seeing you now. Looks like your business is doing pretty well, though.
Yeah, yeah, nothing to complain about. I always worried about having just a job, but yeah, I make the bread, someone else sells it. I go home.
Well, the things we do are a little bit more risky. I mean, Gerald there has a job. It's a very niche job. Uh,
Yeah,
you're
the
lucky
security
you
is
know.
nice, but I admire going for it. I So a man comes and strips naked in front of you every day
Yes, yes.
or every
Well, no,
week?
no. Every week, yes.
Okay.
He has a schedule of his
Still,
own.
wow. That's
Well,
that's
men and
bold.
women, many people have come, but it depends on what I'm doing. Most of them are. He's not fully. He is fully naked, but he's draped with carefully
Hmm.
placed veil. I don't need him much at this point. I've already got the canvas sort of laid out, and the rest I can rely on my memory. But nice, nice, nice young man. You want to model for me sometime?
Oh, how about your memory from a few years ago? I don't want you to focus too much on. the extra pounds I've gained.
You might be surprised. It's lovely to paint someone who is at the prime of their physical fitness, but it's much more interesting to paint people who are much more interesting. Uh, Old
Mm.
people with wrinkles are very interesting to paint. And just because you're not in an athlete's body anymore doesn't mean that you're not just as interesting.
I agree. The
Beauty is
anatomy is
beauty.
always fascinating in its own
The
way.
anatomy is fascinating. Yes.
So out on the
I
dance
envy
floor,
Gerald.
oh, you
I
can
just
finish
want
your.
to say I envy Gerald. You actually are producing something that helps people.
Well, I mean, it doesn't bring their limbs back. It's just kind of something to feel the phantom pain, And I'll knock on
And
my
get
leg.
around. They can get around.
That's true. Yeah, for the legs, you needed to walk better. For the hands, some people can write with them. You'd be surprised. But
I'm surprised.
not a replacement. You know, we
But
still
at
have a
some
long way
point
to go.
you can meet an engineer and come up with a fully articulated replacement limb
I
that can
mean,
do little things.
that's the dream, right? It's just how would you do it?
Mm.
So out on the dance floor, um, you're out, and there's a whole crowd of people, and you're um, dancing back and forth, and she's dancing pretty close to you.
Hmm?
It's so wonderful to see you, Roger. I'm glad you can make it.
Oh, likewise, I've been wondering where obviously you got to, but I understand how it can be pretty burying with the academic workload. And yeah, real life just tends to ends up having to take a back seat. So no, I know the feeling, so don't worry. But no, I'll always come if you need any help or want just even a good social night to relax or to blow off some steam.
Yeah, I agree. It's good to be able to relax and unwind. And I do miss having you in classes with me.
Oh, I didn't realize they've made that much of an impact.
And as you're dancing, suddenly her eyes go wide as she's looking over your shoulder. And she kind of lets go of you and stammers a little bit, and there's a tap on your shoulder.
I will turn around, expecting someone
You
wanting to cut in.
That is what you find. There's this tall man. He's stooped a little bit though, in a very nice suit. Um, but it takes you a minute. That's something unsettling about him. His eyes are too large and they're watery. His skin is rough and clammy. Um, and he says, "Can I cut in?"
Oh, my grandma, what big eyes you have. I'll turn to Catherine and say, if the lady so wishes, kind of looking to her with a look of you, kind of unspokenly, you're not happy. Do you want me to tell him where to shove it, or
Uh, yeah, she looks horrified and she goes to step behind you, like to put you in between her and him. And he's like, "Katie, don't be like this. We need to talk. You want to give us a minute, pal?"
well, I think the lady probably will want to decide that on her own terms. I think that's quite obvious. Maybe we should do this somewhere where there's less people around rather than make a scene.
And Catherine says, "We don't have anything to talk about. Just leave me alone. I'm with my friends." Um, it's like, "Don't be that way, Katie. I said that we'd be back in town, and we're back in town now. And I said I'd check on you. Come, have a drink with us." And he gestures over to another table. And Roger, you see that there are three other men um, seated at the table. Um, they all have that similar look about them. Um, one of them is a colossus. I mean, Birdie's a big guy, but this is a big guy. Um, and they're all watching what's happening. Um,
Hmm. Well, as the lady has said, I think she's happy at the minute. Just dancing with myself. We can meet up in a little while we when we finished, and then we can have a nice chat and resolve this in relative privacy. I think that sounds like the decent thing to do.
and he thinks for a moment. Um, this is all right. We'll chat in a little bit.
Oh, I will nod and maybe not quite bow, but at least partially go. There's a good chap.
Yeah, he slinks
And
back to the others, and now all four of them are watching you from across the room.
and return to dancing with Catherine.
Mhm.
Do you want to make an exit through a rear door if we can put up a distraction or conveniently pirouette through the crowd?
Yes, I wasn't expecting to see him here. Yes, I would um yes, I would like to go. Um
Okay, well, we should probably alert our friends. So let's see if we can dance around to the far side of the dance floor so that there's more dancers between us and the goon squad. Go over to the bar and get a bartender to then send a message to the others to say, "Hey, come and meet us over here. We're going to relocate."
okay, make a stealth check.
This is why I have luck. Uh, that would be nearly all my luck to do that. So no, I'm probably going to let the dice say we fail.
Yeah, so you try that. But just the way like the pace of the song, you're moving too fast.
Mhm.
And they definitely pick up on your movement. So Lev, Gerald, and Bernie, you see that these four men stand up and they kind of go across the dance floor, um, over to where
Did
Roger and Catherine are.
did we see the interaction?
Yeah, I'd say that you did. Um,
Okay. Looks like Roger's having some trouble with those men. Let's
Oh gosh, guys. Yeah, they look mad. We got to get in there.
yeah,
Or
we'll
I will at
we'll
least.
automatically get up and start crossing the dance floor towards them. Try to cut them off.
yeah, so you say that you basically all of you arrive um, together. So you reach Catherine and Roger as is these four. Um, and Roger, a different one, kind of steps up. Um, or first one up, the same guy who tried to cut in on your dance kind of steps forward. He's like, "We need to sort this out, Katie. I'm not going to be given the heave ho. You better calm down and talk to me civil. No one wants this to get ugly."
Pretty sure the lady doesn't want it to get ugly either. But can you deny the poor lady drink when she's parched? It's hot out here on the dance floor.
And when you say that, like Catherine goes pale, almost starts shaking a little bit. Um, and he turns and he's like, "All right, all right. Enoch, go get her a drink." And uh, the big one, um, lumbers off.
Um, so I don't believe the woman wants to speak with you. Um, and I'll sort of turn to Catherine and Roger and say, just leave. We'll meet you at the Pink Oboe later.
I know the place. Right? If Lev is kind of interposing himself between
We all
us
kind
and
of make a
Yeah.
wall.
them,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
then
I'm
I'll
I'm
try
gonna
and
physically block anyone. Yeah, you guys are good.
yeah,
Yeah.
then I'll put an arm round her and say, right, we're going. Yeah. To the
And
elbow.
so Lev and Bernie, you're the ones kind of forming the wall. Um, Gerald, are you joining the wall too, or are you sticking off to the side?
I'm gonna wait off to the side because I'm very easy to push over.
Yeah.
You've
Um,
got a cane.
I know exactly. I'm more useful as a surprise attack.
um, and the one who's talking, another one steps forward and he's like, "All right, fellas, we don't want to make trouble, but this is
You're
a
already
private.
making trouble.
My brother and his girl need to sort some things out. That's all." She's giving him the
Not
cold shoulder. So what is it? What is he supposed to do, huh?
be a man. Go sit down, have a drink. Work out your problems later on your own time.
And you see the big one lumbers back with a drink in his hand. Um,
Thank you.
and it seems like he's going to speak again. His face is just contorted with rage, and you start getting swarmed by the club's bouncers. Um, all right, break it up, break it up. Won't have a. If you don't tolerate this kind of behavior, everybody go
Oh,
sit back down.
I thought in a place like this kind of behavior happens every night. Has Roger and Catherine gotten out the
Yeah,
door?
they're out. They're gone.
Um, Gentlemen, shall we go?
I think we should. Well done, Lev. I didn't know you had it in you. You really stood up to that guy.
All bluff. Nobody's going to do anything in a place like this.
I was
But
ready to get my ass kicked.
well,
Hey,
let's make sure they're not following us and then make our way over to the Pinko Bow.
okay. So as the three of you are exiting outside, um, Catherine and Roger. Roger, you're outside with Catherine. Um,
Trying to hail a taxi or something of the
mhm.
kind. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's easily done. A cab pulls up, and you get inside, and she almost rests her head against your shoulder, and she's like, "Thank you."
Hey, no trouble, those goons don't seem very salubrious a crowd.
No, some guys think no means yes, and drop dead means I love you. Doggy's just some bad penny that turned up. Um,
They haven't got two IQs to rub together.
no, no, brutes, all of them.
Mm. Aye, aye. Oh,
But thank you
golly.
for standing up to for standing up to standing up for me.
Oh,
Um,
what else would a gentleman do?
um, you really are a gentleman, and she starts holding your hand.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll lay another hand on top of hers.
Uh, she says, "I don't know if I'm feeling up to going out to that other club." Um,
Oh, we can meet up with the others anyway and find somewhere quieter. So maybe a coffee shop or something, or well, whatever you want to do, really.
oh, I'd rather just go home, but not be
Okay,
alone. If you know what I mean.
gotcha. Do you want more than just one for company, or
No, 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 just you. My roommate Samantha is staying with her sister tonight.
oh, there? Well, we should at least be courteous to the others and say what's happening. So wait for them to come out, let them know, and then we can head off in different ways.
All right, so yeah, well, you see the three others exit
didn't
Like,
run.
well, we ran to a taxi.
We figured we'd meet you over at the other place. Is everything all right, Catherine?
Everything's it's okay. And you can all give me
You know,
psychology rolls.
a 60 out of 35. No,
I rolled 58 over 55.
it's women. How do you read women? They're very, very hard to read. Um,
No guidebook
well,
or manual. They make no sense.
I don't think they're following us out. So if you guys want to make a break for it, um, we could meet up tomorrow for lunch if you'd like at Shrov's.
How about we meet up at Bruno's Deli? It's nearby.
Oh, that's a nice place. Yes. Say 11 o'clock.
Mhm.
Excellent.
And Catherine, do you have a place? Are you at the dorms? Are you feeling safe
Yeah,
at
yeah.
home?
I'm at the dorms. I'll be okay.
Roger, you're going to take her home, see her home.
Yeah, of course I will.
Excellent. Well, gentlemen, what do you want to do?
Have they left at this point?
Yeah, the taxi drives off.
You know, when
Well,
that guy said his girl, you don't think she's gotten involved in some illegal vending of flesh, do you?
Oh, wow. I don't think my mind would have even gone there. I imagine that he asked her out and she maybe went out with him once. Now he's become
yeah,
obsessive and
yeah.
she doesn't want to have anything to do with him.
That's what I
No,
thought was
does we
he
know.
owns her like a wife. But
He's a brute. Brute.
Well, that just don't make sense to me, but I guess I'm
yeah.
sane.
Well, okay, so that place was awfully loud for my taste. It turns out I get headaches from loud music now. I can't just party like I used to a couple years ago. Would you guys like to go somewhere quieter to catch up?
Sure, sure. Like Sam's bar over on East 68th Street. Yeah, that sounds nice. I don't think they have much of a crowd at all there. Kind of a dive, but you know, dive bars are nice.
They make a mean espresso martini.
Okay, so the three of you are heading off to Sam's. Roger, your cab ride with Catherine. That's um, uneventful. It's not that long of a ride from the Peacock Club to the dorms at Bernard College. Um, but you get out. She lives on the second story of the dorms. Um, she goes to unlock the door, and her hand is shaking a little bit. Um,
Yeah, I can do it if you're having a bit of trouble there.
I got it. I got it. Gets the key in, unlocks the door, and opens it up. It's dark inside, and she turns on a light. She's
Mhm.
like, "Come in, come in."
Yeah, I will head on inside. I'll offer to. Well, what's the kind of setup that she's got in there?
Yeah, so it's there's a shared living space. Um, there's like small kitchenette, and then there are two bedrooms. Um,
Mm. Oh, I'll see, make sure the door's shut and locked or whatever behind her. And just, well, do you want some coffee? Maybe something to settle the nerves?
Coffee would be good.
Mhm. I shall go play house husband and promptly go set the coffee machine up. Well, it doesn't take doesn't take a psychiatrist to see that you're a little bit rattled.
Mhm.
If opening up helps, I'm all ears. If not, then we can do something else and distract you, maybe take your mind off things. However works best for you.
And she nods and she sits on the couch and kind of stares forward. You brew the coffee. Um, you bring her a cup and she starts to drink it. Um,
Well, I passed the first test. It's evidently edible.
and she laughs and she says, "Thank you. You're so kind."
I try.
And she places her hand on your leg. Um, and she
I'm
like,
receptive, but I'm not
mhm,
pushing or kind of inviting her.
mhm.
I'm mainly waiting to see what she does, whether she
Yeah,
wants
and
to talk or.
she leans in for a kiss.
Okay, if that's what she wants, maybe she just wants to distract herself,
Mhm,
distract her in that kind of way. Then yes, reciprocate.
mhm. And after a minute or so, she stops abruptly, and she's just tears streaming down her face. And she's like, "I can't do this. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please don't
No,
hate me.
you have
Oh
nothing
God,
to be sorry about
I
whatsoever.
need help.
Like all you have to do is ask what help what help do you need?
Oh, maybe you shouldn't have sent the others away. I could only bear to go over it one time. We have a phone. If you could try to find the others and tell them to come here."
I I can try, and for what numbers I've got, I will start doing the rounds.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's New York City.
So you start calling around, and we'll say it takes you about an hour. But eventually you reach Sam's bar. Um, and so Lev, Gerald, and Bernie, I mean, you're sitting together. You've been drinking and talking. It's nice and quiet here as opposed to the loud Peacock Club. And um, I assume Lev, you're a regular. And
Yeah.
the bartender says, "Hey, Lev,
Yes,
we got a
Sam.
phone call for you."
Oh, that's wild. Uh, I'll go get. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'll go get the phone. This is Lev Milford.
Hey, it only took about well, I think this is the 25th number on my list, but
Oh, Roger,
but
it's Roger.
yeah,
Well,
I'm hoping you're still with the others, yes?
yes, yes, we're at Sam's. Well, you know where we are now. Is
Uh,
Catherine all right?
I don't think so. That's why I'm calling. I think she could do with some help and a bit more company. Do you mind heading over? Because I think she's got some things that she wants to say, and would rather have everyone here for it, so she doesn't have to repeat herself.
She's in the dorm there.
Yeah, and
What room is she in?
blah. Insert
Okay.
address
I'll,
details.
we'll be right over there immediately.
Mhm.
Now
Gentlemen, we need to,
Hmm.
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I have no addresses for you because I know how much players love writing those down.
You know,
So I'm sorry.
we all went to college, so we know where the college is.
Hmm.
Gentlemen, we need to, that was Roger. He says that Catherine is upset and needs company. So we're going to go over there to the college, to the dorm room. She's in blah. Um,
Oof.
and you're all feeling up to it?
Yeah, yeah, I can try to sober up. I was about ready to pass out there, but
Sam,
yeah.
put that on my tab, and I'll see you
You're too
probably
kind,
day after
love.
tomorrow. Yes,
See you
yes,
tomorrow, like clockwork.
let's go get a cab and head on
Mhm.
over.
Okay, so the three of you get in the cab. You're driven over, and Roger, there's a knock at the door, and you let the three of them in. Um,
More coffee being put on because I have a
mhm.
feeling that they're going to need it.
Yeah,
Your
so
knights in shining armor are here.
At this point, that she's got the crying under control, but her makeup is all running down her face at this point.
I'll be there with tissues as required.
She's very grateful, and so she starts to speak. Um, my first year at school, I was maybe dabbling in the parties around New York. Now that I'm in my second year, um, I started to go out a lot. Um, and I over summer break last, I had met these three girls, Barbie, Cindy, and Margie, and they were a great time. The four of us were inseparable. We were party after party, night after night, so many clubs and speakeasies up and down the coast. I mean, even as far as Chicago. Um, we've been um, partying, and well, a few weeks ago we were at our usual haunt, the Garter Club, and those um, those men approached us. You saw the Bishop boys from somewhere in Massachusetts. They're rich thugs and bullies. Um, I wasn't expecting to see them at the Peacock, but um, I mean they're brutish and not that pleasant to look at, but they had money and they were buying us lots of drinks, and oh they invited us to their hotel room where they had uh jazz cigarettes and snow, um so we were having a good time. We were all gouged up, and um by a little an hour or so after we got there, they started to make moves on us, and we were pushing things too far, and we got up to leave, and they asked us to have one more drink, and then it was lights out. The four of us, we woke up alone. Our dresses were torn, we were bruised, and the bastards raped us while we were knocked out.
Oh dear.
Uh, Barbie went to the police, and we told her nothing would come of it. They wouldn't believe us, but she went, and well, I stopped going out after that, and I quit drinking and quit smoking, and I tried to focus on my schoolwork. And uh, you know, Margie keeps trying to call me, but I I just can't. I keep telling her I'm busy with schoolwork. I haven't heard from Barbie or Cindy, and just a few days ago, the bastard left a gift, a note here, or in the drawer over there. Um, I haven't been sleeping much. I just no matter. I just am tired. I have nightmares, and I can't sleep. And worst of all, it came to be my time of the month, and I missed.
Oh dear.
And I've been feeling all sorts of wrong. I think I'm knocked up. Um, I just don't know what to do. I feel so isolated and don't know who to go to. I, I just thought if I could, uh, find someone I liked, and could uh, convince him that the child was his, and we could raise it and it'd be okay. Which I can't, I couldn't. I'm so sorry, Roger. You deserve better than that. I shouldn't have.
Hey, if there's
No.
someone here who deserves better, it's you. Don't sell yourself short there.
But
Darling,
I,
have you spoken to your father about this?
oh God, no. He would kill me. He would absolutely kill me if he found out.
Well, I think he would most likely kill them. Oh, your
No,
father's a powerful, powerful man. Um,
but if I mean, if I knew if I knew someone, uh, I just get myself set straight, get back on my calendar.
Look, I'm a medical man, and now that you've brought it up, I could hook you up with someone.
Oh, would
Isn't
you?
that rather dangerous, though?
More dangerous than giving birth. Women
You
die
could
in
put it up for
childbirth all the
adoption.
time.
Oh, that's true.
Would you do that for me, Gerald?
I'll make some calls if that's what you want.
None of that back alley bullshit. Make sure it's somebody who knows what they're doing.
I'm not a monster. I'm a
Well, I know
doctor.
you're not a monster, but they're hard to find.
Every OBGYN does them.
Oh, I was not aware of that, but
Yeah, so Gerald, you could give me a medicine slash pharmacy check
Got it.
because I know you have both of those skills.
Oh, oh 07.
Okay, so is that an extreme for both pharmacy and medicine?
Let me check. For medicine, it is yeah, for both it's an extreme, yeah.
Okay, so we'll say this. Not only are you well enough connected in the community um, to know reputable people like doctors who would be willing to do this, um, while you don't have experience doing it yourself, you're also confident that you know the right drugs and could get a hold of them too, if you didn't want to get anyone else involved.
So me personally, I could do it.
You're
you
fairly confident that you could.
Oh,
At least you know the drugs.
that's even better.
You have access to them. Um, so you're fairly confident that you could do it.
introduce an abortive.
Yeah, it's a good thing we caught this early.
I
Oh,
mean, how long ago did this happen?
This was back in
Yeah,
February. It's late
Catherine,
February.
these goons are from Chicago, you said?
No, they're from Massachusetts. I
Yeah,
don't know. Somebody said
that's a
Arkham
long
down
way for
Arkham
them to come
ways.
up here.
I think I've heard the name
Yeah.
Bishop before, aren't they? They're part of that gold conglomerate or something, so they're
No, I don't know.
also fairly powerful
They,
people.
they have money.
Yeah, I think, Jesus,
I mean, just the nerve of these people. She goes over to a drawer that she indicated to earlier, and she pulls out um, a note and this object. So we'll get to the note first. Um, she hands it over to one of you.
Dearest Katie, I'm sorry for what happened. I hope this gift squares things between us. I didn't want things to go down that way. I'll check in on you next time. I'm in town and make it sorry, I'll check in on you next time I'm in town and make it up to you. Uh, with affection, Doug.
he rapes her and then sends her a message.
Then you left a note and you left this thing. And she hands over, it's obviously gold. It's like a tiara, but it's so large and oval that you couldn't actually wear it on your head. It would just slip down to be around your neck. Um,
God,
and it's sculpted, so there's lots of sea life floating around, and in the middle of it, you see that there's a nude woman, um, very with very prominent curves, um, swimming above this. Is it a man? Is it a frog? Is it a fish? But they're swimming together in this kind of erotic passion. You can
It's
all give me a sanity roll for looking at this thing.
I didn't
okay.
realize the surrealists were involved in sculpture as well.
Oh, yes, I
Failed.
passed. I also rolled an appraise roll, so I passed that with a hard.
Okay. Um, so sanity roll first. If you fail, it's just one. The pass is nothing. And Lev, this is probably the most valuable thing you've ever held in your life.
Indeed, there's gold. There's enough gold here. My goodness, be hard to calculate the amount of gold without a bathtub.
Ah,
You know,
Eureka.
yeah, indeed. Um, this doesn't look modern, unless, like you say, it's a surrealist piece, but the
It's
sculpture is fine.
it seems old to you. Like the
Yeah.
art feels modern, surrealist, as you said, but the age of this thing doesn't feel contemporary.
How many homes did a Neanderthal like that have to knock over to get something like this?
Well, they're gold merchants, I believe. The bishops and the marshes and the Gilmans.
So they're a powerful family. I Yeah, Catherine, I'm feeling really freaked out about all this. And if they're here for you, then they're probably here for all your friends. We got to get them involved. Barbie, Cindy, and Margie. I mean, you don't have to
Yeah.
talk to them personally. We got to focus on you recovering and healing, but we got to make sure that those girls are safe too.
I just want him to fuck off, just stay
Yeah,
out of my life.
and I want to help that happen.
You know, sweetheart, I could take this down and get it professionally appraised, maybe sell it, give you the money, and you could get the hell away from here. This would be quite a lot of money.
Oh, I have a
I,
lot of money. My parents
That's
are
true.
rich. I my life is here. I'm a
Yeah, it's
student
not fair.
here. My life is here. I'm not gonna run. I have my exams this week. I can't just pack up and go.
yeah, damn right. You don't have to. You shouldn't have to.
So what's the plan? Do I break the Hippocratic Oath, or are you just trying to send a message or something? Like, what are we going to do about these guys? Because they're clearly stalkers.
I don't know what. I don't know. If they try and if they know where you live now, we need to at least move you into another building. Um, I don't live too far from the college. I live over on 17th. You could come stay with me. You'd be perfectly safe, and you could catch a cab into college every day.
Yeah, well, that would. Yes, that's very kind of you, love. Um,
How did they know where you were? That bothers me. You didn't give them your name and address, certainly.
no, no, absolutely not.
Of course, they drugged you. They could have gotten it out of you when you were drugged.
Yeah, that's a not that she would remember. Hmm.
Bastards. I don't have any friends in the police department. I wish I did.
Well, it's not like they would do anything anyway.
No. There still might be an avenue in that direction. We can, if they raped all of you, we should find your girlfriends.
Yeah.
Eh, Let's, I mean, how are you feeling? Should we move you tonight out of here? We can help pack up your stuff,
Yeah, so if you're probably all here to help me,
right? Let's get to it then.
I'll keep the
okay,
coffee going.
So you pack up some of her things. She has some rather large travel trunks. Um, and as you're going to move her to your place, Lev, as you're all going outside, you can make spot hiddens for me.
34.
Passed a
My
roll,
spot hidden.
finally.
I'm 4 points away from hard. I'll spend 4 points to make it a hard.
You don't have to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, you down the street, as you've kind of exited the dorm to get a cab on a main road. Across the street from the dorm, you see that there were two men in kind of dark coats, um, smoking, and they're very obviously watching you.
I think we've got people watching. We're going to have one of those very exciting drives where we tell the cab driver to lose the people behind us.
Hmm. Oh boy, they get paid by they'll just keep the meter running as long as they can, but we've got the money to cover it. So
Look, I can take an ass beating for my friends. Like, why don't we just go and try to fight them while you guys get away?
there's choosing your battlegrounds.
They're not going to punch a guy with a wooden leg.
They're scum.
Hmm.
They won't care who they punch.
What about a guy with a wooden leg and a big guy next to him? Yeah, you guys take care
Exactly.
of Catherine. We'll at least make sure they don't
We'll
follow
buy you
you.
some time.
I have an interesting and ridiculous idea. We'll have to see if I'm going to. Oh, never mind. We're not at my place. We're at your place. We have to find some way to disable their transportation.
If we know what it is, because the minute they're just standing there.
Well, then we should be able to get away faster than they can get to their car and
Yeah.
follow us.
Well, that's Gerald and I are just gonna walk up and say hello, and then it's up to them whether they keep pursuing you.
While we and go and get the nearest cab. Yeah.
Okay, so cab pulls up, and Lev and Roger, you're loading in Catherine's belongings. She gets into the cab. And Gerald and Bernie, you approach these two men. Um, they're clean shaven. They're trying to look nonchalant. Um, but as you start walking up to them, they start looking at you. One of them flicks a cigarette on the ground and stubs it out with his foot.
What's up, sweetheart? Why are you creeping on us?
Oh, we're just standing here.
I've seen prettier things swimming around in my toilet bowl, and you say you're just standing here?
We're just smoking. We're just chatting.
Well, okay, you
Why
smoke
making a
and
deal
chat,
out of it?
and I'm gonna stand there and wait for them to go away, and if they try to follow them.
Yeah,
Hopefully, while
the
you're
cab
talking,
pulls the
we
yeah the cab's pulled off. And you see they follow it. Um,
Where do you think you're going?
have a good evening, you two.
I'll walk into one with my chest, like hold them in place. We're not letting you follow our friends. We don't know who you are,
We're nobody, all right?
and we don't want nobody following our friends.
And we don't want nobody getting hurt. So how about we all just walk away?
Mm,
How about you go fuck yourself? And I'll just hit him.
Roll fighting brawl.
I have like no
nice.
fighting, bro.
You got this.
No
but
fail,
you got a
miserable
you got
fail.
a cane. You can
Ooh, well
kill somebody with that
well
cane.
he well he passed his fight back.
All right.
So you're gonna take just a point of damage as he grabs your cane as you swing it at him and he just topples you over.
Well, I don't know what I was expecting.
Good God, man. He's a cripple. He's missing a leg. What's wrong with you?
Said, nobody needs to get hurt. Have a good evening.
I'm gonna help
And
Gerald up.
Yeah, and they
I,
leave.
I make a left down here, make a right here, make a left here, a left, another right.
So, Lev,
All the turns.
Roger, did you go with them? I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went with them.
Yeah.
So
So you
somewhere
get
to
to
go.
Lev's apartment. You take her bags, and so what is your describe your apartment for us?
It's actually a pretty nice apartment. It's got a couple of rooms. It's got a bedroom, a kitchenette. It's got a second bedroom that I converted into like an art studio. However, there's a cot. And I'm like, darling, you can stay in my room and sleep in the bed. It's got an ensuite, and I'll sleep on the cot. It's not a problem at all. And I'll make sure she's got blankets and anything that she needs. And I'll turn the heat up a little bit because I keep it pretty cold. And I'll make some tea.
Now, to be on the safe side, in case these goons actually do have more than a couple of brain cells to rub together between them, and are able to trace whereabouts you are. I hate to use the term, but should we take it in shifts so that at least someone's awake throughout the night, so to make sure in case the goon squad come a calling.
I'll stay at my place.
Oh,
It'll be
you don't think
crowded.
it's that bad, do you?
I'm prepared to think that if I'm expecting the worst, then it's just nice and pleasant when it's not that turns up. But you don't have to worry. That's our job.
Okay, and she opens up a bag and she starts to wipe the makeup off of her face. Um, Thank you, both of you.
Anytime.
Make yourself at home. Gentlemen, I'll make some coffee, I suppose, now. Um, yes, you can see some of my art in the other room. Um, there's couches and chairs. They're not really as comfortable as a bed, but give Catherine the bed.
Mhm. Couple of chairs, lean back, put the feet up in the other one. There you go.
Okay, and she gives you both a hug, um, and then she falls into a fitful sleep. So we're going to accelerate time a little bit. Uh, we'll go to the next morning. Um,
Very bleary-eyed, still
yeah.
hugging a mug of coffee.
I'll make some coffee. I mean, I'll make some breakfast.
Mm.
Scrambled eggs and toast.
Okay, so as you're eating breakfast, she looks at the time. She's like, "Oh, I need to be at class in an hour."
I'll call a cab.
Again,
Get on
we'll
my
make sure you get there without any difficulty. So we're not just gonna bundle you in a cab and let you make your own way.
Roger, you have classes too, don't you? You can go with her.
I imagine I do, and certainly it wouldn't help. Wouldn't hurt getting an extra couple of credits if I listened in on something else. That's because I'm only doing a minor in history, so it's major in classics and minor in history. But hey, extra credits not going to pass them up. So
Darling, before you go, do you know what that man's name was? What were their names?
The Bishop
the
boys was
yeah.
Doug Bishop.
Doug.
That's the one name I remember.
All right, I'm going to find out if he's related to somebody that I know or if he's a wanted criminal. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Okay, so the plan of action, just so I know what. So Roger, you're going with Catherine to her class, correct?
Yep, I'm playing bodyguard.
Okay. Lev, you said you were gonna get the tiara thing appraised, or are you doing
Yeah.
something else?
Yeah. Um, gentlemen, what do you think? We could get this appraised. We could see if we could sell it. We could give the money to Catherine, or we could, that could be the thing that we leave for the rapists, and they gave it to her, and she gives it back. Wouldn't that be what she should do?
I'm I'm thinking there's potentially a couple of options that you've got. Um, if these walking Neanderthals, living fossils, do actually have some kind of connection with organized crime, I mean, I'm not going to cast aspersions or ask anyone outright, but if anyone did have those kind of connections and were able to find someone that maybe doesn't get on with this crew, like a rival gang that maybe use that gold as some leverage to get someone else to beat the ever living shit out of those walking pieces of excrement.
Yes, that
Just
sounds like a
saying.
good idea.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
have
what's the
absolutely no criminal connections.
I might. We'll see.
Okay, what are Gerald and Bernie doing today?
I want to do some research on like the psychology of like stalking behavior and stuff like that. And I also want to like ask some of my friends about it and also ask them look into getting the drugs for the abortion.
Okay. Bernie, what are you up to today?
I want to get in contact with Barbie, Cindy, and Margie. Um, yeah, I'm thinking potentially if they're in need of additional bodyguards, I could try to meet some of my old sports contacts, even though I'm not entirely convinced that they'd be safer with them. So I just really want to talk to the girls and see how they're doing.
Okay, so um why is my brain not working? Catherine doesn't have um addresses for them. They would meet up and go out to parties. Um, but she um very shamefully kind of confesses. We were close, but we
Yeah.
that didn't
Well,
really.
yeah, I know them, from back partying around. I have enough connections. I'm just gonna go back to campus myself, and I'm sure I should be able to track them down. They're still students, aren't they? The
No,
three
they're
of
they're
them?
not they're not students. They were working class girls.
Oh, I see. I wrong
Party girls?
multiple names. Okay. All right.
So just as a bit of ever just a refresher of things that she has told you, um, their usual club that they went to was the Garter Club. Um, told you that Barbie went to the police after it happened. Um, Margie has been trying to get in contact with Catherine, and she hasn't heard anything from either Barbie or Cindy since the incident.
Do you mean that Catherine was trying to get hold of Marge rather than the other way around?
No, Marge trying to get in touch with Catherine.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
In what way? How is she reaching out?
Um, Margie called her. Um,
Hmm. Okay. Well,
Archie
you wouldn't
called her
get
and
the
left a
return number from
message.
that.
Yeah.
Right. Hmm.
Well, if they're party girls, they might ask around.
Yeah. It is still incredibly sad, but it does change it in my mind. I thought that this was a group of old friends. I was picturing faces. I was really determined.
Yeah. So what is your plan
Hmm.
with the information that you have?
Done silence.
You know,
Yeah.
thinking about it, if those girls were working class and they were hanging around with Catherine, who is not working class, could it have been a setup? I mean, how do we know? How does Catherine know whether they were all drugged or not?
Hmm.
If it was a setup,
I
they wouldn't have gone to the police.
Oh, that's true. If she went to the police,
Hmm.
she would had to have given the police information.
yeah.
So the police might have the information. Well, they probably wouldn't give it to us, but maybe there's a detective we could talk to. And
Yeah. I mean, what's it even take to be a detective? I could go in and tell them I'm a PI. Are they gonna look it up on me?
They could ask for your uh, PI registration or license.
I could forge something.
Ooh,
I am
there
an
we go.
artist.
Or we
Yes,
could just hire
please.
a PI.
Eh,
That costs money. Um,
Money isn't a problem. Catherine isn't the only one that's got a fair bit of money around.
hmm.
sure, we could try to involve someone.
Although, on second thought, maybe we should keep this information as closely held as possible.
She doesn't want to getting back to her father.
Yeah.
Although, quite honestly, I would go straight to him and tell him that she'd been raped and
Yeah.
that
Well,
he'd have
we could
connections that could take
leave
care of the
her out of the
problem.
narrative. We could just focus entirely on the culprit since we have his name.
Assuming Doug was the one who did it, but yes, Doug
And
Bishop.
what exactly are we planning to do? Are we going to ice this guy? I don't,
Ugh,
I'm not cut out for that.
bring them to justice.
Yeah, if I could have my choice, I'd say hanged, but I don't know. I
There's more
don't want him in our town.
there's more poetic ways of dealing with them, but
Such as,
double barrel shotgun to the crotch and dump them in the river. Personally, but yeah.
My
Jesus.
goodness.
I mean, they've proven
Places your
themselves to be
mind goes.
well, they've proven themselves to be one step away from fucking animals, so they get what they deserve. If animals behave like that, they need to be put down. And frankly, I think they've overstepped the line.
Yes, I agreed.
Yeah, and it's just so strange that they would track her down like this and be so brash about it, right? That they obviously aren't afraid of anything happening to them.
Or they haven't got the two brain cells to rub together to work out that there are consequences to their actions.
Possibly.
We should definitely arm ourselves.
That's a great idea.
Go down to the local corner store and see if we can pick up some revolvers.
I'm more
I
of a
don't know where
shotgun
you.
kind of guy. I do clay pigeon shooting.
Oh, but how do you carry that around? You need a trench coat. Well, it is cold. You have a trench coat.
Hmm. For once, the weather is on our side.
I think that's prudent.
Hmm.
Hopefully, those boys just go back to Massachusetts,
Hmm.
but I don't think they're going to.
I so the imagery on that. Is it a crown? What are we calling that gold
It's too big for
thing?
a crown.
Well, yeah, I mean it almost looks like it should go around a pregnant belly, right? Like
It's the waste of a lot of gold, I take to
it's
say that.
very weird. Well, and it's clearly birth imagery, right? Like
Yeah,
this is like some weird like magical ritual stuff that they
it's
know that
it's
she's pregnant and are trying to get their kid out of her.
it's very heavy. Um, I'm going to run around with it. I'm going to check with the gold merchants and see if they've ever run across anything like this, and maybe I'll go to the New York Museum of History and see if they can shed any light on it. It might be something worthy of a museum. It's in, it's beautiful, strange.
I still want to find the other girls because while I may
Yeah.
not be able to take out these dudes, I could certainly help them.
I'll see what you can do.
Yeah.
We
Well,
might lure them
yeah,
all into a black back alley and get rid of them all.
yeah.
And hell,
I
if the worst does come to the worst, justice is normally through the courts tends to favour those who have the biggest pockets, the biggest and deepest pockets. So,
Hmm.
like I said, money isn't necessarily too much of an issue.
Well, so Gerald, how good are you at lying?
lying?
Yeah, if we were to get some forged documents and we went and tried to get the police to share Barbie's information with us.
Uh, I mean, I'm not a big liar myself.
Hmm. Okay. 'Cause
I'm just gonna
I'm
look at
willing to
Lev.
try, even
I'm gonna
knowing
look at
full
Lev.
well that it might blow up in my face.
I'll have to do a little research to see exactly what I need to create. But given
Yeah.
that and the materials which I can scrounge together today, probably by this evening I could have a forged detective's license,
Oh, please.
which would at
And
least
yeah, I'm not gonna
I'll have
walk in holding it in front of me. It's a prop to be used.
and we'll give you some ridiculous name that nobody would ever trace back to you,
Oh,
like
that's a good idea.
Samuel Spade or I don't know, something like that.
Nice. That's smooth. I like that.
Sherlock Spade.
Sherlock. I know, no, Sherlock is too obvious, isn't it?
Possibly, yes. Uh, all right, I'm off, and I'm putting the crown in uh, something, a paper bag.
So Lev is off to get this thing appraised. Roger is going with Catherine to campus. Gerald is working on getting the drugs. And Bernie, are you headed to the police station or
No, he has to do that after I create
yeah.
the.
So
Yeah,
there's still the Garter Club that was mentioned. Uh,
sure. Yeah, I could go check that out, being yeah, pretty casual about it. Not gonna try to cause trouble or anything, just go see what it's about.
okay, so we'll start with Lev.
I head to the Gold District, New York, um, to somebody I've dealt with before that I respect.
So you go to his last name's Christopherson. Um, and you go. This is Milford, long
Jacob,
time.
I've got something really interesting to show you, something quite bizarre. But I'd like to do it in private if that's possible.
Well, you must have quite the find. Please, we can go to the back room.
Excellent. So I have reason to believe that this comes from the the dark continent of Massachusetts, um,
Oh.
and may possibly be associated with the Bishop family, which I'm sure you're familiar with. Um, have a look at this, and I'll take it out and set it on the
And
counter.
his eyes go wide. You could almost see the dollar signs flashing above. Like, my God, a genuine piece of Innsmouth jewelry.
Innsmouth? I'm not familiar with Innsmouth. Is that
Well,
a
anybody in the gold and antiques business knows that the Innsmouth, it's this rinky-dink port, kind of a backwater, just outside of Arkham, Massachusetts. And there's occasionally you get these. I mean, they refine gold, but jewelry comes out of there sometimes. You could find it. The last piece I saw of this was in the Arkham Historical Society, I believe. Had one.
about
These are
that?
highly sought after in certain circles. I know some. I mean, do you looking to sell this thing? I know some people who'd buy it.
I certainly would like it appraised for that. Yes, we have no reason for it, but what is it? It looks like a crown, but I mean,
Oh,
I
look,
pick the thing up and I can just sort of lower it over my.
a lot of people's theories of this stuff came from the Pacific Islands. Uh,
Really?
yeah, yeah. So it's yeah, collectors. I mean, well, you want to sell it to a museum, private collector? What do you have in mind?
Well, I, I'd like
How did you come across something
options.
like this? You know how rare these things are. They don't just turn up every day.
I well, I'm not really at liberty to go into any details, but let's say that
Of
it
course,
was
of course.
left,
It was
it
legal?
was, as far as I
You're
know, yes.
okay.
I mean, you tell me, it was left as a gift, and
Seems
I have
legal to me.
reason to
It was left
believe
to you
that,
as a gift.
except it could have been stolen and left as a
Uh,
gift.
well, that's the thing. Legally speaking, you don't know that it was stolen. It was given to you as a
That's
gift.
true. Yeah, so the intention is good.
Do you
And
have
technically
documents?
it's not
Do you have
mine
papers?
either. I'm sorry?
Papers of authenticity or anything?
Nothing. Nothing at
Uh,
all.
that does make it a little more complicated. But maybe a museum might hem and haw, maybe. But I mean, I mean, they might be willing to overlook a couple of things to have one of these in their possession. But definitely private collectors would be
Probably have
far
it
less.
photographed. Yes. How much does it weigh? I mean,
Oh God, um, he weighs it, and it's a couple of pounds. Like
yeah. So
it's
small
not just the
fortune.
gold. I mean, it's an art object of
Yes,
some
quite
people are never
beautiful.
going to believe me when I tell them that I've seen one come through my store. Wow, wow, wow.
Well, do what you can. Give me an estimate. I can. Do you want me to leave this here with you?
Well, it's a good thing you trust me, Lev. I wouldn't leave
Of
this
course, I
alone
trust
with
you.
anybody else, you know? Like, it's just so fucking valuable. I mean, you can trust me, of course. I'm not going to rob a friend, but
Well,
I'm
then
glad you brought
you
it to
deal
me
with
instead of some other schmuck. Um,
you deal with gold on a daily basis. You ruin your whole reputation and your
mhm.
livelihood. Yes, I do trust you. However, there may be a criminal element attached to it. Um, I don't think that the source is a very uh, reputable person. Like I say, it might be attached to the bishops, but I wouldn't contact them under any circumstances.
Oh, no. And it's those people are very, look, any copy of any copy, I should say, any object that is kind of classified as this Innsmouth jewelry, um,
Mhm.
these Innsmouth families go through great length to reacquire them. I mean, the amounts that they offer are astronomical. So, I mean,
Yeah,
you might even
one could
consider
make
selling it back to them. If you could do it through a third party, of course, not with
yeah,
your
one could
name
make
attached.
a fortune or getting and receiving from the same place. Um, well, Jacob, it's very nice to deal with you, and I will keep in touch. You have my flat number, so you can call me. I do have a telephone. So I'm not always there. And I'll check in with you in a couple days.
All right. Well, I'm not going anywhere.
He gives me a receipt or something
Yeah.
so that, yeah.
Okay. Move on to Gerald. You have connections with various other medical people, doctors, pharmacies. So it's it's very easy for you to get the pills.
Yeah. Um, well, I want to first deliver them to our friend and then find the others and see
Mhm.
if they would want to have that
Yeah,
option
so
as well.
yeah, so the quantities that you get, the friend of yours who works at a pharmacy who's kind of giving these to you a little, hush hush. Um, just raises an eyebrow and he's like, "Oh, you've been a busy man."
Not exactly.
"Hmm,
Um, it's a long story.
I'm sure it is. Well, who am I to question you, Gerald?"
Look, you're a good man, and if you ever need any hookups, artificial limbs, anything,
I know
I'm
the
there
guy to
for you.
ask.
Yeah.
All right, you take care. Um, and also while you get the drugs, and you were going to discuss your friends with your friends about stalker psychology and um things. So one of them says like, "Man, you talk about stalkers. I mean, there's some real creeps out there lately. I mean, you read the newspapers, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe half the stuff that's in there, but the other half is bone chilling.
Like I came across this one newspaper article from like 2 weeks back. Um, Woman was found nude in the river with her face chewed off.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy, psychopathic.
And what would you recommend to someone who is being stalked?
Oh, that was difficult. I don't know, somebody to protect you, I guess. Get a guy to catch him in the act.
I
I mean, you've got to
mean,
be able to prove that they're stalking you, right? Before the law is going to intervene on your behalf.
I don't know anything about the law, but I don't even know if it's
It's
necessarily illegal to follow
it's
someone
tricky.
around
It's
nowadays. Yeah.
it's tricky. You gotta, yeah, hell of a thing to try to prove.
Yeah, and they're persistent, one track mind. So they're not going to give up.
But look, I mean, look at this.
Body of an unidentified woman was found washed up on the shores of the Hudson River in Greenwich Village area around 2:30 p.m. yesterday. The deceased was approximately 5'9", 130 pounds, and in her late 20s with short, curly red hair. The initial cause of death seems to be drowning. The victim was nude and is described as having been either uh, disfigured by either currents or fish, which is making identification difficult. If you have any information, please contact the coroner's office and reference case 159.
To see what I hear, Ace got chewed up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can tell if it's human or fish. Maybe I should look into that. It's probably nothing, but
I mean, whatever floats your boat, man. That's it's a creepy shit.
yeah. Whew. I'm glad I didn't choose your profession.
Well, somebody's got to deal with them.
Yeah, you're a good man.
Okay, Birdie, you go. It's like it's around noon at this point. You go into the Garter Club, and it's basically empty. Um, there are some people in here eating lunch. There's one person behind the bar, and there's just a few individuals um, scattered about. The bartender looks up, sees you, and says, "Oh, you're an unfamiliar face. Looking to
Yeah,
get some
hello.
lunch?"
Well, I was recommended here by a friend actually. Yeah, I'll take a sandwich. But so yeah, so friend of a friend. Anyone here by the name Barbie that you know of?
Oh, Barbie. Ah, haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah,
Why do you
like
ask?
well, they said that I might like her, but um, okay, interesting. So she was around here and hasn't been for a while. Like, how long are you saying?
Oh, well, I mean, her and her friends would come here all the time. I mean, only one we see is Margie, and he kind of nods, and you look down at the end of the counter, and you see this young woman, um, kind of slouched over a couple of empty glasses.
Hmm. Oh, Margie. Okay, would you mind getting her a glass of water? I'm gonna go introduce myself.
Absolutely. So you go over there, and as you approach, he rouses from her stupor. Um, she looks at you and she smiles. Um,
Yeah. Um, hello.
well, hello to you.
I am
Come
a
here
friend
often?
of no, I am a friend of Catherine's. Um, and I think that you might be from a group that she was describing.
Oh, yes. Well, four of us were inseparable. So I thought. I and she's happy when the bartender brings her over a glass, and then she realizes it's not liquor, and he gets a little. Can I have another one of these gin and tonics, please?
Yeah, so I'm obviously looking kind of uncomfortable with the situation. Saying, so yeah, Margie, I'm a friend of Catherine's and she hasn't been doing well. So I don't know you, but I'm
Look,
wanting to see if
I love those girls and I miss them so much, but it's all like they drop me like a hot potato. I mean, I've been trying to talk to Catherine for weeks and she won't answer my calls or return my calls.
Yeah, she's in a really bad place and she's
Oh,
not doing well, sorry.
so I guess you know then.
Not everything, but I know enough.
Yeah, they all, I'm sure they all hate me. That's why they won't
But
talk to me.
are you
I never should have,
concerned for your safety? Do you feel like people have been following you?
no, nobody's following me. I mean, not that I go anywhere. No, I fucked up, you know. They didn't want to go, and told them it would be fine. You know, we were going to get high, and then we're going to leave on their dime. It was going to be fine. It was just going to be, you know, they were right. I should have listened to them. I'm sure they all fucking hate me. And the bartender very
Well,
gingerly places the other gin and tonic in front of her, and she starts to drink it very fast.
well, yeah, Catherine's has some very hard feelings for some gentlemen, but I don't think she she's just hurt and she's trying to heal, but she's not mad at you, I don't think.
Hmm. Oh, that's why you're here and not her, right? I mean, if she wanted to come and talk to me, she could be here talking to me.
Yeah, when she's ready to have a friend again, I'll send her your way, but right now
Oh,
she's just look, so those guys haven't stopped leaving her or started leaving her alone yet. I don't know if you're aware of that. They're following her in the middle of the night, trying to act
oh,
tough.
that's terrible.
Yeah,
Fortunately for me, they haven't bothered me one bit.
well, consider yourself lucky.
Uh-huh. Lucky. God, we're
I'll
so little here. Why do we ever come here?
I'll sit down next to her and eat my sandwich and let her bitch if she wants, but I'm kind of done pushing.
Ugh. You could just tell me. Do the three of them still get together without me now?
Catherine's been alone and scared and crying.
Mm. Well, I mean, I call or I try calling.
Yeah, it's when she's healed, like when she's been able to process all of it, I bet she'll be able to open back up. Or, I mean, maybe not. Like that's she went through something really bad.
Well, if just she send you here to talk to me?
No, I
Oh,
she said that you were involved, so I just wanted to make sure that you were safe.
well, look at you, Sir Lancelot. Yeah, I'm bright as rain, as you can see.
Well, I'm just gonna finish up my food and move on. It seems to me that you are in a dark place as well, and I'm sorry for you, Margie. I hope things turn out.
I mean, if only a nice, strong man looking out for my welfare could help a girl out. She gestures to all her drinks.
Would you like a place to stay?
No, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
The tabs come up a little high.
Well, take care of yourself, Margie. I'll let Catherine know that you're here.
Yeah, well, at least Cindy would talk to me, at least for a little bit.
But not anymore.
Well, it's a little hard to talk when, you have this crippling debt hanging over your head.
Oh, is it like that? Like somebody owns your finances?
No. No, I mean, you're saying you're concerned for me and the gal's welfare. That's very kind of you, but you seem to, do you know where Barbie and Cindy are? Or just me?
I didn't even know that you were here. I just knew the place.
Wow.
You know what? Margie, I'm gonna give you my number. Just in case you do get in trouble and you want help.
Yeah, well, can't be in more trouble than they got into. So
All right.
she takes your number.
And yeah, I will very awkwardly walk out of
Give
that
Catherine my
club.
regards. She knows where to find
Okay.
me. Can
Okay.
I have another, please? She Okay, Roger. You go to class with Catherine. Um, it's a very stuffy lecture on the American Civil War. Um,
Ugh.
and Catherine is very tired, and she's trying her best to focus and take notes. Um,
I will also try to take notes, partly to keep me awake,
mhm,
but also partly so that she's got something that she can fall back on if her own notes are not as great because of the state she's in.
mhm. So the lecture progresses, um, and then you start to smell smoke.
Oh, great. Start looking around for any signs of it coming through a door or
Yeah, you start looking around, and smoke starts coming into the room through the door, and people start yelling about fire, um, and it becomes pandemonium very fast as everybody starts to evacuate the building.
are we on a ground floor?
Say you're on a second story.
Okay. Look for alternative ways out that the crowd aren't necessarily taking. So if there's like a fire escape, or if there's another way out through a window and maybe a drain pipe, basically, I don't want to get caught with a whole crowd of people blocking a staircase and then the staircase goes up in flames. So looking for alternatives
Yeah, you
with
start.
obviously Catherine. Yeah,
Yeah, so you start looking around for alternatives, and Catherine just starts tugging your arm. Come on, we got to get out of here.
yeah. That's what I'm trying. Well, that's what I'm doing.
Roll spot hidden.
Back. We are sheep following the crowd. 94 is not
Okay,
going to cut it.
so what happens is you get into the crowd and getting through the crowd down the stairs. I mean, you are getting pushed and pulled You're trying your best to stay on your feet so you don't get trampled.
Hmm.
And when you finally get outside, you have lost Catherine.
I
You
I was
become
going to say I was going to
separated.
try and keep hold of her as best I can. Turn around and head straight back in. I'm relatively strong, so I do not mind kicking and forcing and pushing my way through.
So you push your way around in the crowd. You you get eventually forced back outside. And at the far side of the crowd by the street, you get a glimpse of Catherine as she is forced into a car.
I'm
It,
bolting it in that
you
direction.
you bolt towards the car. It takes off. It hits a student who's standing there, breaking its front light. She starts screaming. People start going to her aid, and the car takes off. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
He said, why can't people just be nice? Our players included Max Meltzer, Matthew Sanderson, Kaylin McDowell, and myself, with Morgan Llewellyn as the keeper of arcane lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.